Hey guys, how's it going? It's Brett here. So today I'm going to be showing you how to get started with WordPress. Alright, so what we're going to be covering today is how to install WordPress, and we're going to be covering how to install it locally. This means that you're going to be able to install WordPress without actually having to pay for hosting or anything. You can do this off your main computer. This is going to be for a Windows computer that we're doing it. So if you have a MacBook, sorry, there is a slightly different method for that. But this one is for Windows PCs, preferably Windows 11 if possible. What you're going to need for this is XAMPP. Now XAMPP is a application that can set up virtual servers or virtual hosting environments on your PC. The next thing that you're going to be looking for is the WordPress working files. Now I will show you that you can download these on wordpress.com. The next thing that you're going to need is MySQL 5.7 or higher. Now this is the system requirement to run WordPress. However, when you download XAMPP, this is going to be included as well. And the last thing that you're going to need is PHP 7.4 or higher. Now when we download XAMPP, what we're going to do is go download the probably 8 version or 8.1 version and install that. So just over here quickly, you can see that we're on apachefriends.org. Now this is where you can actually download your XAMPP. And it looks like they have versions for Mac OS as well and Linux systems, which means you probably can follow along with this if you're using a Mac. So what you're going to want to do is download one of these. I would recommend going for anyone that has PHP 8 or higher. Your WordPress you're likely to find here. So if you scroll down on wordpress.org, you'll find it here. There'll be a big button and all you have to do is download that. Alright, so just going over what we're going to be covering in this video, we're going to be covering how to install WordPress. So this is going to be from extracting the file through to the database and everything else. Installing plugins, I'm going to show you guys how to install plugins in WordPress so you can extend the functionality of your website. How to install a theme. Now, most WordPresses do run on themes, so having a theme can completely change the whole look of your website, and I'm going to show you how to do that rather than just use the default theme. I'm going to run through just the initial setup process. This is going to be things like the settings and things you should have on localhost. So when your website is ready for production, you don't have to worry about any of those. I'm going to show you how to add pages. Now we're only going to add a couple, but it's going to be a good example of how to do it. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to add menus. And then just to finish off, we're going to add a logo to your website. Now most themes have this built in, so I'll show you how to do that using the customization function of this. Keep in mind this is going to be a no coding tutorial. So this is something that anybody can follow, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a developer, or just somebody learning or want to get involved in using WordPress. This is the perfect tutorial for you to get started. Now, just before we get started, I'd just like to take this moment to say, if you are a business owner out there and you need help with your WordPress website, whether that be ongoing support, development, or hosting, go to Revive Digital today. And this is my website that you're seeing on screen now. And I should be able to help you with anything digital that you need. We're here to help. We're developers, and this is our core business and how we make money, including these videos, which are unfortunately not making any money, but we're here to help everybody. So come along, support the channel by supporting me by having us manage your site for you. Alright, so to get started, we're assuming that you've already installed XAMPP control panels, which you can see up in the corner here. And we've got a blank folder in the XAMPP htdocs folder under WordPress. Now you can get to this by using the little Explorer button over here on your XAMPP control panel. What we're going to want to do is grab our WordPress download, which is here, which we've previously downloaded, and we're going to want to extract these files into here. Now we don't want to create an extra folder, we just want them directly in the WordPress file. So we're going to go to Apache here and click start on that and then start the MySQL. Now there shouldn't be any issues here, but if there are, you may need to just re-download it or reinstall it. So the next thing we're going to do is go into our browser and we're going to navigate to localhost/phpMyAdmin. Now we have an error here, but it's not really important because it shouldn't affect the site. So what we're going to want to do here is go up to databases and create a new database. So we're just going to call this database WP and click create. So now that we have our database sorted, what we can do is go to our local host and then go to /WP, which is the folder we've set it up. And now we're in the installation of WordPress. So if we click let's go on that, what we're going to want to do is put the database name we just put in, which is WP. Since we're using XAMPP, the username will be root, the password will be no password, and we can keep everything else the same. So after we submit that, we can run the installation. We're going to call this site title my website. We'll give the username user and the password password. Of course, this is a pretty weak password, and I don't recommend doing this for normal sites, but we will keep that there just for the points of this tutorial. If we put in an email address for this, and what we're going to want to do is click this discourage search engine from indexing the site, which should prevent Google from adding it. Even though this is on localhost, it will not be in Google. You cannot send this localhost link to anybody. It will only work on your computer while you have the control panel open. Alright, so now that we've installed WordPress, we can log in, and we should be able to log in using user and password. And just like that, we have WordPress installed. In the top right corner here, if you click visit my site, you'll see the front end of your website. Alright, so off the bat, we've already shown you how the whole process works to going from download to install. The next thing that I'm going to show you is how to install plugins and themes, followed by the initial setup of what we should do in the settings, and then we're going to go ahead and work with adding pages, menus, and a logo. Alright, so just back here, we're going to go back into our website. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go here and install a plugin. So we're going to go here to plugins on your sidebar and click add new. Now, just off the bat, what I do recommend is for everybody who is new to WordPress, it's probably going to be easier if you install the classic editor here. As you can see, there's already been 5 million plus active installations because a lot of people prefer to use this old editor rather than the new one. So just as an example, you can see when we're in our pages here, if you go into your sample page, this is how it currently looks. A lot of people find this view very difficult because there's a bunch of different things you can add to it. The block editor is very, I would say, not very user friendly, or it's got too many things and it can confuse people. However, if you're just wanting a website with a basic page, we go back to the plugin. Now that that's installed, we can click activate, and if we go here and refresh the page, you're going to see that this has changed to just a basic editor, which you can add images, links, or just straight text into there. So before I add a theme, I just realized I should probably do this in the last step. We're going to go ahead and show you some of the initial setup of WordPress. So under the dashboard, the first thing that I would do when I install a site is dismiss all these messages. You've got all your site health and other things here that aren't necessary. So up in your screen options here, you can literally just turn all these off. So now you have a blank dashboard which you can use to add more things. Under your post, every WordPress by default is installed with the Hello World page or post. We don't need that, so we're going to move that to the trash. Under your pages, you probably don't need your sample page, so we're going to move that to the trash as well. Privacy policy is set to draft, so it's not actually a live page on the website. The next thing we're going to do is go into our settings. So under general, this is where you can set your default URL. These should be always the same, your email, website, tagline. We don't really need to do anything to these. However, under the reading setting, you should make sure that discourage search engine is checked. Now, this should be checked from the initial setup, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Under the permalinks, it's always good practice to come in here and use the custom structure for your pages as category and then post name. This way you can have clean URLs with nice hierarchy. Alright, so now we're going to add some pages. So if you click up here and go pages, what we're going to do is click add new, and we're going to call this one homepage. We're going to publish that. We're then going to click add new here, about page, add new, contact page. So if you go here, you can see that we now have 3 pages set up. What you're going to want to do is one more step while setting up is go into your settings, go into your reading settings. We're going to change our homepage display from your latest post, which should pull all the main posts through this post here. Instead, we're going to change that to a static page being homepage and click Save and Close. So now when we load or reload our website, you're going to see that we have the homepage. And off the bat, you have a menu that's default here by the WordPress theme and my website because we don't have a logo installed. Now, in order to add a logo, most themes have the option under Appearance and Customize. But because we're using the 2023 theme here, we don't have it. So what we're going to do in this case is we're going to start by installing a new theme. Now, under Themes, this shows all the active live installed themes on your website. What we're going to want to do is click Add New Theme. Now, adding new theme, there will have a bunch of separate themes here, which all look different, but they will help make up your website. So we like the look of this one here, so we're going to click Install. After it's installed, you want to click Activate. Great, so looking back here at the home page of our website, it now should completely change. What you're going to notice in some themes is you get these things on the sidebars. These are what's called widgets, right? So part of the initial setup, we want to go through and go to our themes or appearance, and then you'll see now on the sidebar that these have all changed, but we have widgets. So an easy way to remove all these widgets is we can just click in here and click delete. Or if you want an easier way, you can click into this view which shows you the position that it's in, and you can easily go along the sidebar and just delete these as well. Delete, 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 because we don't want them there. Click update in the corner. Now these should have disappeared from your website. So what we have here is a really basic website with my website at the top, homepage, and nothing else. The next thing you're going to want to do is go into the Customize tool. So Customize is going to show you a live preview of your website. Now what we can do here is we can go under the site identity and select a logo. Just for the purposes of this, all I'm going to do is drag in a file from my desktop, which is a WordPress logo. Now if we click select on that, we're going to skip cropping, which should make it go up there. However, that is huge. So logo height in pixels, we're going to change that to about 60. And we're going to hide the site title and click publish. So now on the front end of this, you now have your logo homepage, but you don't have a menu. We can exit out of the customization and we can go into the menus. By default, WordPress will come up with a menu structure with some pre-added pages. You have the option here to add categories, custom links, posts, and pages. So all of these are created by default. So we want to create a menu and we're just going to call this main menu and click create. This is going to give us the options that generally are set by your theme. That is going to have a primary menu. Sometimes you'll see more options here, but for this theme there is only one, so we're going to click primary menu and click save menu. So now going back to our website, we're going to see all of our pages have appeared up the top. So just to make that a bit easier for you guys to see, bring that over here, and you can see this theme is also responsive, so we have a responsive drop down already working on it. So that should get you started with WordPress. Now essentially what we've covered in this tutorial is how to install WordPress, how to install a plugin or a theme, how to go about the initial setup. Now this is things like removing the unnecessary fluff, removing the widgets, pretty much setting the reading and permalink settings. We've shown you how to add pages, how to add menus, and how to add logos. So that's it basically for this WordPress tutorial. If you are needing any more, do not hesitate to boop the like button and in the comments tell me what you want to see. I know some of these tutorials are very easy for you guys to follow, so if you do want more, I'd love to hear what you guys want to see, and anything I can make easier or explain in an easier way, put down the bottom and I'll be happy to help. So until next time, subscribe to the channel if you guys like anything CMS related, AI related, business tool related, or anything. Visit Revive Digital if you need any help with anything WordPress, CMS, Joomla, or anything along those lines. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.